Hi, this tutorial is to show you how you can utilize Google Forms and make sure you put the proper settings so your students are able to access it. And you can also put limitations on what your students are able to do with the Google form. So here is just a blank form, and you can start by going through it and titling it the appropriate title. So if you're creating a quiz, maybe I'm just going to do this real quick. Put quiz 1, and then you would begin by adding your questions. So you could simply add your questions. I'm just going to put number 1, and then if you have a multiple choice or fill in the blank, I'm going to just go ahead and put short answer. So also, what you want to ensure is that once you create a question, that you also make it required by toggling that off. I just toggled it off so it's not required. But when you want it required, you want it to be highlighted. And sometimes we really do want things to be required. So make sure that you toggle that on if you want the question required. And then if you're going to do like an extra credit question, you probably wouldn't make it required because that's optional. So just make sure you know what type of a question you're asking and whether you want it required or not. So then you would continue by adding your questions. Here are the plus signs, and you can add another question. So just clicking the plus sign. Also, one thing I want to note is you'll see this red asterisk, or actually you'll see once here, that tells you that you made it required, that this question is required, which is what I wanted. So then as you go along making your questions, you can also insert pictures. So if you wanted to insert a picture of a story and then have the students do a multiple choice response to it, you can also do that. I'm going to add another question maybe, and then just maybe insert a picture. So remember how I told you if you wanted to, you can screenshot a worksheet and add it, and you can have that added here and then have the kids answer the questions after the fact. So that was right here where it says add image. Next, as you proceed and you get to the end and you've completed your Google form, you're going to come here to the top where it says responses. Click on that. And I know I like to make sure that I get notified. So if you do want to get notified anytime someone responds, you would click on the 3 dots and then get notifications if you want. If you don't want to get notifications, then take that check mark off. Lastly, you're going to come over here. I'm going to go back so you can see question area. I'm going to go to the top right. So here you can change the color of your Google form. Here you can preview it, how your students would see it. And then most importantly, here's the settings. So the settings is where you're going to be able to decide how you're going to share this form and what restrictions you're going to put. So you can put collect emails, so that in addition to them putting their name, it'll collect their email when they're coming in. So I do recommend doing that because it just extra security. You know who is utilizing and using the Google form. Then again, you want to restrict it to El Rancho Unified School District users. So this means that only the students with ERUSD domains will be able to use this. Then lastly, if you want to edit and only allow one response for your students, you would click this here also. Another option is, do you want the students to be allowed to edit once they submit? Because then they'll get a little option that they can edit. If you do, then check it off. If you do not, once they turn it in, they turn it in, and that's it. They don't get to edit it. Take that off. You want that box to stay white. And then, do you want them to see a summary of their responses? Yes or no? In their, like, they will get an email with a summary of their responses. So if you do, then you could toggle that on. If not, then take it off. Then you're going to make sure, most importantly, you click save. So I I put my settings. So now when I share this with my students, so you can do it two ways. You can go into your Google Classroom and make the assignment and add it via an assignment in Google Classroom, and you'll access your drive. Or you can just copy the link. So you're going to click on send. Then you're going to click this link right here. And I always like to shorten it, make the link shorter. And then it's already highlighted. So I'm going to press copy. So then what I would do is I would then go into my Google Classroom and paste the link and have the students then access it that way. So there's two options. You can, like I said, create the assignment in your Google Classroom and have it access your drive so you can attach it that way, or you can put the link on as one of the assignments. I hope this answers any questions you may have regarding utilizing Google Forms. One last thing, this three dots right here on the top right corner, here is where you can also add a collaborator. So if you wanted for me to help you with the form, you can always add me. So you would simply click add collaborator, and then you would type my name, and then you can share with me if you wanted me to look at it. So again, that was in the three dots right here, and then add collaborator. Or if you wanted to share it also with your partner, your teaching partner, your grade level partner, so that they can see the results too. Again, so I hope this was useful, and let me know if you ever have any questions. Thank you.